Joining us is Liz Claman from the Fox Business Network. Good to have you with us in the studio
Good
this morning.
morning.
I'm going to go back to Friday. Hank Paulson runs into town. He's got the guy from the New York Fed. He's got everybody with him, brings in these bankers and says, the spigot is dry. There's no more bailout. This is not going to be Freddie Mac. This is not going to be Fannie Mae. This is not going to be Bear Stearns. You have to survive on your own. What was that like as a message to these banks down on Wall Street over the weekend?
Can you imagine what it would be like for Hank Paulson to see Lehman Brothers drowning and pull back his arm and say, can't help you here?
Wow.
He probably felt, and this is the impression that we are all getting, that he just couldn't, after having opened the spigot for Bear Stearns. Bear Stearns virtually went under and was taken over by JP Morgan. After saving Fannie and Freddie billions and billions of dollars, a message had to be sent. This was probably his thinking, that we can't continue to do this, that people who pulled themselves up to the roulette table, Harry, can't be expected to be saved by the rest of us here.
The taxpayers in the end footing the bill for all of these bailouts. How would you describe the mood today in this city and especially downtown?
I don't know if you've been just a couple of blocks away outside Lehman Brothers, satellite trucks. You showed the video of people. It is horrifying. This is like Bear Stearns Redux, where you had people leaving on a Sunday, not sure if they could even pull their resumes out of their computers. Down there, it's terrible. Wall Street, very, very nervous, because you've got to imagine, as you just heard from Jeff, your reporter down there, that what you have is a situation where people don't know what's going to happen, although the futures, which give us an indication of how the markets will open, are down 300, 350 points depending on the moment. So it will be tough at the open. Nobody knows at the close. And
on top of this, AIG, giant insurance firm, they're begging for cash. They're literally out with a tin cup. And then you have these other big banks reporting earnings this week: Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley. What is this week going to be like? Are we going to be? Is there still going to be a Wall Street by Friday?
When you talk about the proverbial dust settling, people said after March 17th, when Bear Stearns went under, whoa, that's it. This is not going to happen again. You can't see where the dust is going to settle, because here we are today, a day that will go down in history as gigantic pillars of Wall Street, AIG, Lehman Brothers, Merrill Lynch. Merrill Lynch is being bought by Bank of America. That's almost the subtext today, but any other day, this would be front
America's
page of
stockbroker.
Exactly. Yeah. So you don't know what's going to happen weeks down the road. And the problem was with most of these people, they didn't do that worst case scenario risk assessment. Imagine the worst thing that can happen. They never did. And today, the worst is in front of their faces.
Liz Claman, great insight this morning.
Thank you,
so
Harry.
much. You bet.